Balance is the lie that keeps men weak. Civilians chase balance, predators build structure. Men in my sprint don't chase balance, they install structure. The link is in the description below. So we first have to understand that balance is civilian propaganda. Balance is sold as wisdom. It's just comfort. Work-life balance equals excuse to avoid total commitment, and balanced men never build empires. You have to understand, just like how we spoke about yesterday, right? If you're going to build structure, contain the feminine energy, which is abundance, opportunities, cash flow, women, you're going to have a sturdy structure, but you can't allow that structure to almost avoid your shadow self because you have desires, you have things that you need to imprint, like you need to put within your structure so that you can continue to operate in the ways that you feel most strong. If you're always thinking, avoid women, avoid lust, avoid wanting power, avoid all of these things that you know you desire, you're always going to have this fantasy in the back of your head and never acknowledge it, which then does what? Cause a hole within your structure where you're leaking energy, thinking about something that you could have, but you don't confront. Right. So once you build a structure to understand what discipline and what proper masculine structure is based upon, this is where you now start to integrate your shadows. Right. So once your shadows start to get integrated, you then have to understand that balance does not then follow once you have a full structure. This life of idea that balance will be the best thing for you and understanding both sides all the time is going to be best for you. No, there are times where you're literally going to have to be very imbalanced to get to where you're looking to go. Right? Over time, will your life balance out? Yes, but it won't be at the same time. Right? It's not going to be, oh, I'm going to build an empire, but also then be a family man who's always coming home at 5 o'clock to deal with my wife and children. No. Right? Should you know how to operate as a structure within the life of your wife and children? Of course. But should you be cucked over some fucking pussy dangling saying that's my wife and whatever she says go? Fuck no. You lead the way. What part of wisdom could come from you bending the knee and following whatever your wife says? That then is invalid because your wife, it comes second to you. You are the structure. She is the flow that then sits within the container. And so are your children. If you want to be balanced in life, you're just looking for comfort. If you don't want to put your goal at the helm of your life, you're just looking for comfort. Right? Work-life balance does not fucking exist. Get that shit out your brain now. Not tomorrow, today. Because if you're going to embody yourself or embody the identity that's going to bring you to where you think you want to go, you have to make those decisions right now. And the only way to make those decisions is if you're not balanced in the way that fucking civilians tell you that you must be balanced. Balance is bringing your shadow life and the life that you need to live with discipline together so that now you can operate from a place of power, not just thought or, oh, I want. No, you actually have it now, right? So balance, you never will build an empire if you're looking for balance. So the next step is that you have to understand that structure prints money. You need to do 2 needle movers a day to outperform the balance effort of every other time. What you have to understand is that structure prints money. 2 needle movers daily outperform balance efforts every time. Structure forces time to obey. Right? Your nervous system stabilizes when structure exists. When you have this masculine structure and this discipline put in place to understand where you're going and how you're going to operate and be disciplined to a system that gives you every step along the way to go forward, right? It's going to bring the feminine energy because it's going to polarize the feminine. Because if we understand already in the beginning of the video that feminine is cash flow, opportunities, abundance, and women, then we already understand what polarizes the feminine energy, masculine energy. And where does masculine energy come from? Discipline, structure. You're the container. And when you focus on 2 needle movers a day, you're going to push forward the goal that you have at the helm of your life. You're not going to sit back and chill out. You're not going to think, oh, let me focus on balance. Let me do as much things as possible. Right? No, we're going to work on the 2 things that move the fucking train forward. And then we're going to relax into that energy to understand, okay, cool. I did the 2 needle movers. Now let me do some lower effort tasks so I don't disrupt the flow of what I'm doing. Right? Because when you get into this, oh, let me do as many things as possible, what ends up happening is that you burn out, 1. 2, you're almost telling the universe and the field around you that you don't have what you say you have, which means you're not going to where you say you want to go. You're just trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. No, do the two things that move the whole entire structure forward. Continue to fortify your structure. So go to the gym to fortify your mind. You need to learn how to fight. You need to surround yourself with activities that continue to fuel the very goal that you have at the top of your life, right? All fortified by structure. Everything you do in your life feeds back into the structure. Everything you do in life feeds back into fortifying your mind. Everything you do in your life continues to push the very goal forward so that even when you're not doing the two needle movers, you're still moving your mind in a way that is in sync and congruent with the very thing that you have over your life that keeps that fire lit within you. Once you get to that place, your nervous system does stabilize because now it's okay, cool. Now you're relaxed. You understand where you're going. You don't make a step until the step is presented, right? The universe is never going to let you fall on your face as long as you're doing the things that are bringing you towards where you know you should be going, because all of us have a purpose, right? And whether you want to acknowledge it or not, it sits within you waiting for you to acknowledge it and do everything needed to get towards it. You cover yourself with distractions. You cover yourself with running from your shadows. So almost avoiding your shadows so that now a fantasy is playing in your brain. You run from all of these things over and over and over and over and over, and it plagues your life. And therefore, you never see what your true potential is. You never see what your purpose could be in real time in your life. And therefore, your nervous system is scattered. You get excited when good shit happens. You get real negative when bad things happen. You never stay neutral so that you can just follow the steps and get what you want by just continuing down the road no matter what's happening external. When you have a structure, your nervous system does not get rattled by these things. Your nervous system stays at peace, in place. And what is in place? Neutral. Because there are good and bad that is going to happen in your life, right? But your ability to stay in neutrality and not get swung by your emotions, because again, if we talk about this all the time, your thoughts equal your emotions equal your actions equal your reality. If you stay neutral and just have the understanding that you have to make these decisions, put no emotion into it, and just keep moving forward, the reality that you see in your mind will come to fruition when you do what you know you're supposed to do. But a lot of you get held on to, oh, I love my distractions because they keep me comfortable. Oh, I love my loops because they keep me at this place of success that I see, and I don't desire to go into the unknown to gain more success, right? Even though your true potential is at the top of the mountain and you're really at the bottom of it. You have to let go of these emotional attachments that tether you to the very distractions that you need to let go of to get to where you want to go. And your structure is what then gives you the ability to make these decisions while keeping your nervous system at ease. So you have to kill balance and build systems. Audit your calendar daily. Remove balance blocks. Fuck your balance blocks. What the fuck is a balance block? Choose discipline over comfort in real time. Install systems that produce whether you feel like it or not. This is why you have to operate from neutrality. Your nervous system must be neutral enough for you to understand the decision that you have to make. And regardless of what people think externally from you, you still make it. Your mind is the most important thing you have, let alone it is the most important thing on the planet, right? If you don't exist, what does your mind care about anybody else? Precisely, it doesn't exist. So therefore, when you're living, what the fuck does it make sense to worry about everybody else's thoughts of you? It doesn't. Care about where you're going. What is the goal you have for your life? What does it take to get there? And what decisions must I do right now to activate it? Make decisions as if you are ready where you want to be. Because in real time, the only thing that exists is right now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Right now. The second you understand that the only thing that exists is now is when you get what you want. Because now you know every decision that you make makes an imprint on the energetic field around you, and then you get reflected back to those very decisions. So if that's the case, then make decisions as if you've already gotten to where you want to go. And every single day, if you stay in neutrality, everything that you desire is going to come to you because you're making the right decisions toward it, as if it already exists. And if we use the laws of the realm, if mentalism is what brings everything to you and correspondence is so above, so below, then if you already are thinking that, oh, okay, I already have it and making the decisions as if you already have it, the universe has no fucking choice. It's a law. It has to be shown back to you. It has to give you what you put out. So if mentally you already think you have it and you make the decisions as if you already have it, what do you think happens when you don't have it, but you make the decisions as if you have it? It gets brought to you. That's what the fucking manifestation and all this attraction shit that you hear. But you have to, don't ever forget the third law, which is vibration. Movement. You must move. Move towards where you're going. Up the frequency so that you get to where you're looking to go. Build momentum. Stay neutral while the rhythms of life continue to happen to you, and you'll get everything that you're looking for. Get rid of these loops, bro. These loops are what's fucking you up, and a part of the loop is this balance idea. Balance is gonna keep some of y'all fucking neutered and stagnant forever. Y'all motherfuckers gonna be broke and sad. No bitches in your life. No family. No understanding of who you are. No structure. No nothing. Your children, you don't even have children. And some of y'all even have children and not setting a good example for them. And that's why we in a fucked up position that we are in society sits right now. Because when you have children and you don't operate in the way that you know you should, you're now giving all your energy to all this bullshit. So you have to let it go. Stop that shit ASAP. Do what you got to do and move forward as if it's already yours. But the decisions have to be made in a state of neutrality so that you can get to where you want to go. Right? Every single day. And so your closing decree. Balance is slavery. Discipline builds empires. Consider yourself one.